Hello everyone, Carlos Flores, back on basics. So today I think I'm going to expand on the two shorts, the one in Spanish and the one in English that I did while I was walking 6 miles, which is on self-esteem. So this would be self-esteem part 2. So you can see self-esteem part 1. It was one of my earlier videos. It goes into psychology. It goes into a lot of different aspects. But right now we're going to talk about controls, right? Your self-esteem. And that's an important aspect that we have to talk about. Before we begin, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Back on Basics 9985. Hit the notification button for when new videos come on board. Hit the like button so that way you'll like this video. Again, the importance of self-esteem. And so if you have a topic that you want me to go over, put it in the comment section. For those of you that have given me responses on or suggestions on what to do, I will be doing a nature sound rain video with a different background. So stay tuned. That's gonna be coming up. So I know you requested it. I saw your request. And so it's gonna come up, and I'll let you know when it's up and loaded. So let's talk about self-esteem, because self-esteem is essentially what I'm telling you is you are the one who's in control of your esteem, how you feel, how you perceive the world, how you look at things, and how you put yourself into that world. And what I'm talking about is this. It's hard to keep your self-esteem balanced. Balance and being in the neutral zone is the optimal level that you can be at in terms of self-esteem. You can't be overly self-confident, because then sometimes you make mistakes that sometimes you don't even pay attention to, because you think that you think your bridges are bigger than what they are, and that's the bottom line. You can't be underesteem, because underesteem means that you're not sure of what you should be doing and how you should be doing it. And so it's important to be in the neutral zone, right? It's important to be in the here and now, because that way you can actually assess. And let me say it again. You can realistically assess where you're at in terms of your esteem. Remember, you're the only one that can control your self-esteem. The thing is, a lot of the times we give people the power to do it. And that's unfortunate, because it's hard for somebody to get in our heads and in our bodies and figure out what's best for us. And a lot of times we give control of our self-esteem because we're either tired of dealing with life, or you're frustrated, or you need advice. But there's a big difference, right? Remember, we've been talking about, right, your support system. Your support system is not going to take control of your self-esteem. They're not going to let you know whether you should be up or you should be down, or you should be neutral. Of course, you should be in the neutral zone. You should be in the here and now. But your support team, your support system shouldn't tell you about your self-esteem, shouldn't tell you whether you should be positive or negative or neutral, and so, or overly positive. Again, that's something that's overly positive, where you you're too big for your britches, or you have a fat head. And I'm just being honest. I've been in that part where I think that I'm too big for my bridges, and I think that I have this, and I don't. Because in my mind, I tend to make up my own steps, and I go beyond what I've been recommending, which is 3 steps at a time. So you can see the steps, and you can actually make decisions and adapting in real time. So when you go and you move further ahead, I mean, some people just think about, oh, I'm gonna win the lottery. This is what I'm gonna do with my winnings. And they're making their world, right? It's like playing Minecraft and you're building a world, but once you leave Minecraft, your world is there. It's not here. When you're in the present moment, you're not living in the Minecraft world anymore. Unfortunately. I mean, it took you hours to build it sometimes. It took you days to build it or weeks to build it sometimes. But you can only reach your world virtually. You can't really touch it. You can't feel it. You can't do a lot of things with it. And so here and now, in the present, in the neutral zone, is where you should assess your esteem, your self-esteem, because you have the power to make sure that you're either neutral or you're high or way high or you're low. And you should assess from time to time, because sometimes as a person, and I can tell you from example, sometimes I don't even know where I'm at. I have to take a break. I have to stop and say, okay, how am I feeling right now? Because what's interesting is that your self-esteem changes from situation to a situation to another situation to another situation. Because if you're in a situation or a scenario or you're doing something that you haven't done before, of course, your self-esteem is going to be a little bit lower. You're apprehensive. You're like, okay, let me see what I can do to get things done. But when you've done it multiple times, like, listen, I mean, I have over 140 videos. By this time, I've become animated. I'm not as robotic as when I first started my first videos. You can go see them, by the way. I'm not as robotic. I'm not just still like this, like I used to be. I mean, you get into a rhythm. You get comfortable. You get in the neutral zone. I'm in the neutral zone because I'm adapting as I go, right? These videos are adaptive depending on what I need to do. So, I'll give you an example, right? These videos on average get, about 5, 6, 7 to 11, 12 views right now, currently. Whereas my short, I can never get past that. My short videos have been getting on average about 200 to 500 views. Some of them have been getting 1,000 views, and there's been like 2 or 3 videos that have gotten over 5,000 views. And I get it. And that's the reason why I'm trying to make shorter videos right now, so that way I can get straight to the point. And if you need me to, to expand on a certain topic, you'll put it in the comment section. Or you'll connect with me on Facebook at Carlos Flores. Or you'll connect with me on Instagram at Back on Basics. See, again, I'm setting it up so that way the videos will get shortened to the point, and I get it. I'm so excited that I want to talk to you for like 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23, 25 minutes, I think is my longest video. But I want to make sure that you're able to go through it and listen to it. So self-esteem is something that you control. You control self-esteem. I don't control your self-esteem. I control mine. But you control your self-esteem, right? You're the one who decides, and you're the one who assesses where you're at. Remember, you don't let anybody else control how you feel. And that's something, and I'm paraphrasing it, but that's a saying that I think it was Eleanor Roosevelt that said, nobody can put you down without your consent. Nobody can take your self-esteem, or I can say better, nobody can control your self-esteem without your consent. If somebody's doing that, then you have given them control, either verbally or non-verbally. So you need to make sure that you do it in the neutral zone. You do it in the here and now. Why am I saying the here and now so much? Mr. Flores or Carlos, why am I saying it in the here and now all the time? It's because it's real time. It's because we're here. It's because the seconds are ticking. It's because this is where I'm not thinking about the things that I didn't do in the past, and I'm not building Minecraft worlds in the future that I think are gonna look the way that they're gonna look in real life. They're not. It's here in this neutral zone, in the here and now, in the present is where you make the best decisions, is where your self-esteem gets assessed the best, is where you feel like you can do 1, 2, 3 steps at a time because you can see them. This is where you become that pebble that goes down the hill and it expands and it compounds, and it gets into a big snowball, and it goes so fast that you're not going to be stopped. And I'm telling you, I'm getting to the point where I'm rolling and it's getting bigger and I see it. And you know what? I'm not looking all the way down. I'm not looking past. I'm here and I'm still helping you because I want to make sure that you get all the information that you need. So again, I'm going to say it again. Self-esteem is your own. Self-esteem is something that you don't give permission to somebody else to deal with or control. Remember, if somebody controls it, they're not you. They don't know whether you're up or down. They'll assume. And some people actually do that on purpose because they're not the best people to deal with. Those are not the people that you have in your support system. Those are not even the people that you should have in your village. Those are the people that shouldn't be around, because whenever they're around, those are the people that will always put you down. Those are the people that will say, well, no, you should be feeling this way instead of this way. Or you should have done this. Or you could have done that. Or you could have done this. Would have, should have, could have. But again, you're the one who has control over you. And I don't know how else to say it. And for the longest time, I was like that. I can tell you, I've lived it. I'm telling you, I have lived it. You have to understand. You have to take control of your self-esteem. You have to take control of yourself. Remember, Eleanor Roosevelt said, people can actually take, right, your pride, your self-esteem, your dignity. Don't give it away without your consent. Be in control. Be in the here and now. Make sure that you're doing things according to the way that you have. You have values. And we'll talk about values in another video. But you have values, right? You have knowledge. You have education. And I'm not talking about book education. I mean, I am talking about that. But there's also other kinds of education that you have. You have experience. Again, you have knowledge, right? You have determination, because I know you do. If you're looking at this, if you're watching these videos, you have determination. You're saying, holy crap, I wanna move forward. I need something to move forward. And so again, it takes repetition. Don't let anybody stop your repetition either, because it builds on itself and itself. Remember, I'm just recommending for you to be 1, 2, 3 steps ahead of you. So that way you can see all of them and you'll be able to adapt, right? And then be here. Be here. Be here in the present. Because in the present, you're more mindful. You're more focused. You know what to do in the here and now. So, self-esteem. Self-esteem is important to me. Self-esteem can stop you from making decisions that you should. Self-esteem gives you anxiety. Remember, I'm going to say it again. Self-esteem can give you anxiety because it kind of stops you in your momentum. Your momentum is stopped or even slowed down, but it doesn't matter. It affects your momentum. That's the reason why you're 1 to 2 to 3 steps ahead. 3 steps ahead? Great. Can you adapt? Yes. If you're way ahead because you think that you're gonna do the fast track, it's great. If you can handle it, do it. But you have to assess a lot faster because now you're dealing with multiple steps, right? These are the people that have found different things. And there's only a handful of people that can do that. So again, fall back to the basics. 1, 2, 3 steps ahead. And eventually, when one is done, then another one gets at it. When done is done, and another one gets at it. When done is that one is done, then you get another one added. That's the reason why I have 140 videos. Because one is done and the other one gets added. So, self-esteem. Don't let anybody take your self-esteem. Don't let anybody control your self-esteem. Be in the present. Be in the here and now. Use your support system, right? Use your village. Support your village. I have another video about that. So, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Back on Basics 9985. Hit the notification button so that way you can get notified for new videos. Hit the like button. Self-esteem, right? The power of self-esteem. How to deal with self-esteem. How to assess self-esteem. So until next time, Back on Basics.